Good morning and welcome back to Darwin. This morning we are in the suburb of Nightcliff. A lot of people like to live here and a lot of people like to visit here. So let's have a look around and find out why. As it's Sunday morning, it's a good idea to drop into the Nightcliff markets and get yourself a nice smoothie. I like to have the ginger and lime juice with a dash of honey, and this stall on the left here is one of my favourites, and you'll find these at the Pratt markets as well. This is always a busy little stall. Okay, so there we go, we've got our juice. So let's go for a look around and see what else we can find in the suburb of Nightcliff. Alright, so we are driving down Casuarina Drive at the moment. Just on our right is the Rapid Creek, and they have the little yellow Rapid Creek Bridge. And if you're doing a bike ride, you can go all the way up to Dripstone Cliffs, which will take you to Casuarina Beach and Della Plage. Just on the left is the Beachfront Hotel, formerly known as Lim's, which had the famous or infamous Cage Bar, if you're old enough to remember that. Good times. Alright, so here's the little bridge. As you can see, we've got an incoming tide, so people will like to fish that one. You can catch anything coming in off the ocean, and that's the Rapid Creek mouth right there. A few people out there on paddle boards. Now we've had a cyclone or a low Anika come close, and it's gone away from us now, but it's giving us some pretty good waves, so that's why you'll see some surfers and paddle boarders out there doing battle with the mushy waves. So it's a really nice drive. So just on the right, nice lawned areas, and this is the Nightcliff Pool, which is right on the waterfront, and just down below here was an old dump from World War II, and there's still bits and pieces of metal and wheels and engine blocks and all sorts of bits and pieces that you can see there at low tide. Now they built this pretty good cafe right next to the pool maybe 10 years ago, and it's been a roaring success. If you just want to grab a takeaway, you can, and they've got a little car park here to the right as well. Alright, so let's continue on. On our right is the Nightcliff Beach, and that's where people will swim in the dry season. We'll come and have another look at it, because there's quite a few surfers in there doing battle with those mushy waves. Some really nice housing in this area, and you're overlooking the water, but you do get the brunt of the winds, and if we have a high tide, when there's a cyclone coming through, you're going to get a bit of spray, and we've seen that just down here at this little inlet, just down to our right, where the spray does cross the road and land on the fences. So we'll just pull in here at the Nightcliff Jetty car park. It's just a reasonably small one, and it does fill up fast. People love to get down here at sunset. So great to have your fish and chips, a couple of barbecue sites as well. You can sit out on the jetty. You can fish off the jetty as well. Jay's coffee van just on the right there if you need a coffee on a Sunday morning. Now there's a little boat ramp here as well. Obviously not too many people are going out in this weather today. And that is the Nightcliff Jetty right there. Alright, so we're just parking in this bit here. This is normally where the full drives with trailers would generally park, but not today. Just ahead of us is the Sunset Park. A lot of families like to get in there. Some good swings and playground equipment for the kids. Alright, so here we are at Nightcliff Jetty. You can see behind me, and we'll go for a bit of a walk out on there and see how the waves are affecting the jetty and the rocks. If you've been here some time ago, you'll see quite a few changes in the rock formations as they've been smashed with these waves over the last 30 or 40 years. Okay, so I'm just out on the jetty. We're looking back at the Nightcliff rocks there. So we're about a 4-metre tide right now at lunchtime, and it will get up to about a 6-metre later on this afternoon. So we're just right down at the stairs of the Nightcliff Jetty. The waves are just medium at the moment, and they're advising people not to jump off the jetty. A lot of daredevil teenagers like to do that when we get some good waves. Very dangerous, however, if you get tangled up in this framework underneath the jetty. Apart from the fact that we have got stingers, it is stinger season until early May. Can fish off these rocks, but as you can see by the broken rocks, it's easy to get a snag. You can go down there at low tide and pick up all the lures. So Jay's coffee van, always busy, particularly on a Sunday morning. I think he does ice cream as well. So we'll just go for a little walk over here to the actual waterfront area. People just chilling and relaxing on their Sunday morning break. So just back up from the jetty a little bit, you can see this tree. The dirt of the cliff face is slowly washing away, but the tree is clinging on. So here's a couple of nice houses, reasonably newly built within the last probably 5 or 6 years from memory. Right, just around the corner we've got these tennis courts, which is pretty close to the swimming pool. They are free, but it's a busy place. Now we're just at the Nightcliff shops, Ralia Street shops. Great little curry restaurant there, an Indian takeaway and restaurant. Ralia supermarket with some excellent murals just on the side there. Got their Henbury Cafe, run by the Henbury School. Finnegan's, arguably the best fish and chip shop in Darwin. That's right on the end there of the Nightcliff shopping centre. Right, now we've just driven around to the other, where the markets are at the Nightcliff supermarket. There's a brand new police station there. Alright, so this is a separate little supermarket area. It's got everything you need. Got a post office, Bendigo Bank, Savis Footwear, Alley Cat's Barber, and an excellent mural here. People might be familiar with this mural. Alright, so we're just driving through, seeing as it is market day, just to show you how busy it does get on the Sunday morning. Any other time it's not so busy. And being wet season, there's probably only about half the amount of stalls that you would expect. Great little supermarket here right on the end. This is a couple of servos. And our fuel, out of interest, is $1.89 for the 91 unleaded at the moment. So just round the corner we have got the big Woolies and a BWS liquor store attached to it. A very popular place. So there's a lot more people living in this area, and that's why there's a lot of apartments around these days. Okay, so that's a quick look around the suburb of Nightcliff, Nightcliff and Rapid Creek. So, come down, have a look, watch the sunset. It's a fantastic spot. So that's pretty much all for today. So thanks very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video as we just finish off with a few guys trying to have some fun, catch a few waves,